Percy Jackson fans, that critical milestone has finally been passed, and Season 3 has officially wrapped filming. But this season is not just another new adventure. It is shaping up to be the darkest, most emotional, and, in Walker Scobell's own words, the most book-accurate era of the series. From the mystery of Nico Di Angelo to the terrifying power of the Titan Atlas, we are breaking down every detail of why the Percy Jackson universe is about to change completely. If you are ready, the Titan's curse begins. For now, Disney has not announced an official release date for Percy Jackson Season 3. However, the season is expected to premiere sometime in 2026, and the fact that filming has wrapped makes that possibility even stronger. Since the previous seasons arrived around the December period, many fans believe the third season could also be released on Disney Plus toward the end of 2026. Of course, because the scale of this season will be much bigger, serious work will need to be done on editing, visual effects, creature designs, and mythological scenes. The third season will adapt The Titan's Curse, the third book in Rick Riordan's original series. For those who know the books, this story is where the Percy Jackson universe truly starts to grow. The first season introduced us to this world. The second season expanded the adventure. But the third season now takes the story to a much more serious point. Percy's world is no longer just about Camp Half-Blood, quests, and monsters. Gods, titans, prophecies, and major threats from the past are now moving to the center of the story. In the main story of this season, Annabeth's disappearance and Artemis being captured will play a major role. Percy and his friends will have to go on one of the most dangerous quests we have seen so far. But this quest is not only physically difficult, it will also seriously test the characters emotionally. Because the Titan's Curse is one of the first major turning points in the Percy Jackson series where the themes of loss, sacrifice, loyalty, and growing up are felt much more strongly. This is where Nico and Bianca Di Angelo enter the story. Disney announced that Nico will be played by Levi Chrysopoulos, while Bianca will be played by Olive Abercrombie. But these two characters should not be seen as just new faces. Nico's introduction, especially, is an incredibly important step for the future of the Percy Jackson universe. Those who know the books understand very well why he is such a major character. For those who do not, we can say this. Nico's arrival opens the door to events that will change everything later on. Artemis and the Hunters will also be one of the most striking parts of the third season. I think casting Daphne Keane as Artemis is a very strong choice. Because Artemis is a goddess who is authoritative, distant, and deeply committed to her own values. The Hunters around her, especially together with Zoë Nightshade, will strengthen both the action and emotional sides of this season. If Zoe's story is handled correctly, she could become one of the most unforgettable characters of the third season. On the villain side, things are becoming much more serious. The introduction of the Titan Atlas completely changes the threat level of the series. That is why Holt McCallany being cast as Atlas is also very noteworthy. Atlas is not only a physically powerful Titan, he is also the kind of threat who can place a psychological weight on the characters. Alongside that, the arrival of characters like Dr. Thorne shows that the season could build a tense and dangerous atmosphere from the very first episodes. The cast on the Olympus side is also expanding significantly. The inclusion of gods like Aphrodite, Hera, Demeter, and Apollo shows that this time, Percy will not only deal with monsters or titans, but also with the power balance between the gods themselves. This is very important, because one of the most interesting parts of the Percy Jackson universe has always been the fact that the gods are not perfect. They are powerful, but they are also jealous, stubborn, proud, and often even more complicated than humans. Another exciting detail is Walker Scobell's statement. The young actor who plays Percy said that the third season could be the most book-accurate season so far. This sentence is very valuable for Percy Jackson fans, because the audience of this series truly cares about loyalty to the source material. If Disney has really listened to the fans and is preparing to adapt the Titan's Curse properly, the third season could completely change how the show is perceived. It looks like Disney has listened to the fans and decided to take things to a completely different level with the Titan's Curse. Especially Daphne Keane being chosen as Artemis and Nico entering the story double my excitement for this season. So, which character or scene are you most curious about this season? Let's meet in the comments and talk theories. If these updates got you as excited as I am, do not forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel to stay with us on this journey. See you in the next video, demigods. Take care.